AFC Bournemouth. A team which was founded in 1899, they are currently competing in the EFL Championship. In 2009, they just avoided relegation out of the Football League on the final day of the season. Then 6 years later, they were promoted into the Premier League after winning the Championship. They stayed in the Premier League for 5 seasons, but then sadly in 2020 they were relegated on the final day of the season, which was very disappointing for everyone at Bournemouth. So we've come here to save Bournemouth, promote them back into the Premier League in a few seasons, finish top 4 in the Premier League, qualify for Champions League, win the Premier League, and then win the Champions League as well. And to win the championship, the board has been very kind to us, giving us £30 million to sign some great talented players to win the championship and get promoted into the Premier League. So we're going to choose the European International Cup as our pre-season tournament, as we would get the most prize money out of it, which is £4.5 million. So here you can see us holding the Bournemouth shirt. We are signed as the new Bournemouth manager. We'll hope to bring a lot of success to Bournemouth. We want to this season win the championship, then be promoted of course in the Premier League, then finish top 4 in 2-3 seasons, and then win the Premier League and Champions League. So here's how this Bournemouth team looks like. We've got some good talented players like Dominic Solanke, Danjuma, Brooks, and yeah, it's a pretty good team, but then we've got some old players like Begovic and Cook, which we'll have to replace. But overall, this is a great team, and with some big signings, we'll make it even better. So here you can see our transfer and loan list. We've transfer listed the players which are either too low rated or just are too old. And we've added the players to the loan list who've got good potential but too low rated. So now, of course, we've hired youth scouts as well. Arthur Anderson is scouting in Germany. Adriano Amaral is scouting in England for 9 months. And Lorenzo Bosch is going to be our Dutch scout who's scouting in the Netherlands. So now we want to re-sign Aaron Ramsdale. We offer Asmir Begovic plus £5 million. And Sheffield United accept our offer. So we're going to offer Aaron Ramsdale the crucial squad role, a 5-year contract, no release clause, 15k in wages. And Aaron Ramsdale accepts our offer, so welcome back to Bournemouth, Aaron Ramsdale. So here you can see we make a crucial signing in Ramsdale. Of course, he was sold to Sheffield United after Bournemouth were relegated last season, but we sign him here for £5 million plus Asmir Begovic. So here's our starting lineup against Basaksehir, our first game in charge as Bournemouth manager. Ramsdale in goal, a backline of Rico, Cook, Meffin and Stacey, midfield of Pearson, Billing and Cook, of a front three of Danjuma, Dominic Solanke and David Brooks. So we'll quick sim it. And we win our first ever game as Bournemouth manager by 2-0 thanks to goals by Rico and Danjuma. So now we've got a 1-year loan offer for Mark Travers from Genk and I'll accept it. So now we've got a £530,000 transfer offer from Sadie for Fleetwood Town and I'll accept it. So here's our starting lineup against Genk. We start with Ramsdale in goal, a backline of Rico, Vickers, Meffin and Stacey, midfield of Lerma, Billing and Cook, over front three of Danjuma, Dominic Solanke and David Brooks. So we quick sim the game as well. And we win by 3-0 thanks to goals by Lewis, Cook, Danjuma and Dominic Solanke. So now Travers has been loaned out for 1 year to Genk and Sadie has been sold for £530,000 to Fleetwood Town. So here's our starting 11 against AZ Alkmaar. We start with Ramsdale in goal, the backline of Rico, Cook, Meffin and Stacey. Midfield of Lerma, Cook and Billing. Over front three are Danjuma, Dominic Solanke and David Brooks. We'll quick sim it. And AZ Alkmaar beat us by 1-0 with Carlson being their goal scorer. So now we train David Brooks from the right midfield position to a central attacking midfielder. And he goes up to a 77 overall, which is great to see, and I'll give him the Shadow Striker development plan. So now we train Danjuma from a left midfielder to a left winger. And he goes up in his overall as well. So great to see Danjuma now a 77 rated player. And I'll give him the inverted winger development plan. So here's our starting 11 against Charlerio. We start with Ramsdale in goal. A backline of Rico, Cook, Meffin and Stacey. Midfield of Lerma, Billing and Cook. And the front three are Danjuma, Dominic Solanke and David Brooks. I'll quick sim it. And we win it by 1-0 thanks to a goal by Brooks, and that means we've reached the final. Hello and welcome to the European International Cup final, AZ Alkmaar versus Bournemouth. So this is the trophy here which we're going to try to win at the end of this game. Let's hope we win it. So we line up with Ramsdale and goal. A backline of Rico, Vickers, Meffin and Stacey. A midfield of Billing, Cook and Lerma. And the front three are Danjuma, Dominic Solanke and David Brooks. So now, Philip Billing on the attack. We give it to Danjuma. Danjuma turns. Danjuma shoots and it's a comfortable save by the goalkeeper. So now we're in the attack with Billing. Billing turns. Billing to Danjuma shoots and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. So now we're in the attack. Lerma to Billing to Danjuma. Danjuma turns. Now Billing again to Solanke, scores! 17 minutes played and Dominic Solanke scores to make it 1-0 for Bournemouth against AZ Alkmaar. Here we see a replay. Danjuma turns, gives it back to Billing. Billing with a quick pass to Dominic Solanke, who shoots and scores to make it 1-0 against AZ Alkmaar. So now AZ Alkmaar on the attack. They turn, they shoot, and it's a great save by Aaron Ramsdale. So now Alkmaar on the attack again. Boadu to Carlson. Carlson shoots and it's a great save by Ramsdale once again. So now with the corner, David. They shoot and it's a great save by Ramsdale. So now Danjuma on the attack. He turns. Danjuma to Lerma. Lerma to Solanke, shoots and scores, but sadly Dominic Solanke was in an offside position. Here we see a replay. Dominic Solanke was clearly offside. So now they're on the attack. They turn, shoot, and it's a great save by Ramsdale. What a game he's having. So now AZ Alkmaar on the attack. They shoot, and it's a good save by Ramsdale. We can't clear away and Stengs scores. 72 minutes played and Stengs scores to make it 1-0 in this match. Here we see a replay. Great dribbling. They shoot it as a good save, but then Meffin can't clear it away and Stengs scores to make it 1-0. So now we make a triple substitution just to rest the players, which are very tired. So now they're on the attack again. Strings, he shoots a good block, but David still shoots. It's a good save by Ramsdale, but now he scores from the rebound. 84 minutes played and De Wit scores the winner for AZ Alkmaar. Here we see a replay. Strength shoots, it's a good block, then it's another good block, then it's a great save, but then on the rebound, De Wit scores to make it 2-1 for AZ Alkmaar to put them into the lead. So now we make another triple substitution. Hopefully these players can score us a goal. But that's full time. AZ Alkmaar beat us by 2-1, thanks to goals by Stengs and De Wit. For us, Solanke scored, but that wasn't enough to win us this final. Massive disappointment to lose our first final in charge of Bournemouth. So now we've found an incredible youth talent, Joel Cummings, 3.4 million value, 54 to 74 overall, a potential of 73 to 94. What a youth player this is, what a gem, and I'll definitely sign this guy up. What a player he is, 68 rated, left midfielder, English, 17 years old, has potential to be special. And he'll definitely play lots of games for us. So welcome to the Vitality Stadium to our first ever championship match in charge of Bournemouth against Reading. So we line up with Aaron Ramsdale in goal, a backline of Stacey, Methven, Cook and Rico, midfield of Lerma, Cook and Billing, and the front three are Brooks, Dominic Solanke and Danjuma. So now, Reading on the attack. They shoot and it's a great save by Aaron Ramsdale. So now we win it back. Lewis Cook to Solanke. Solanke shoots and it's a great save by the goalkeeper. So now the following corner, Brooks will take it. Billing wins the header. Lewis Cook will shoot and scores an incredible goal. 39 minutes played and Lewis Cook, our centre-back and club captain, scores to make it 1-0 against Reading. What a rocket! Here we see a replay. Brooks with the corner. Billing headers it to Lewis Cook, who shoots and scores a rocket of a volley to make it 1-0 against Reading. What a goal this is. This could be the goal of the month for sure. What a goal by our captain to make it 1-0. So now the attack. David Brooks shoots and it's a great save by the goalkeeper. It's now Dominic Solanke with a great through ball to David Brooks. David Brooks shoots and scores! 83 minutes played and David Brooks ends the match. He scores to make it 2-0. Here we see a replay. Great football by Solanke to David Brooks, who runs, shoots and scores to make it 2-0 against Reading. Great finish by our number 7, our Welsh wizard, David Brooks, to make it 2-0. And that's full time. We beat Reading by 2-0 thanks to goals by Captain Lewis Cook and David Brooks. So now we'll train Lloyd Kelly to be a centre-back. He is a left-back, but we'll train him over to a centre-back. And he goes up to a 91 rating, which is great to see, and will give him the sweeper development plan. So here's our starting 11 against Millwall. We start with Ramsdale in goal, a backline of Rico, Kelly, Mefford and Stacey. Midfield of Lerma, Billing and Cook, and the front three are Danjuma, Dominic Solanke and David Brooks. So now we're in the attack. We shoot and score an incredible goal. Danjuma with an incredible goal to make it 1-0. So now Millwall on the attack. They shoot and it's the post, but the rebound goes in. Bennett scores to make it 1-1. So now we're in the attack. Right before time we shoot. It's saved, but Dominic Solanke on the rebound scores to make it 2-1 against Millwall. Now we're in the attack again. Shoot and score! Lewis Cook scores to make it 3-1 against Millwall. So now we're in the attack. Our play is fouled and we get a penalty. 80 minutes played and Dominic Solanke will get a penalty. Of course we'll jump in. So now Dominic Solanke versus Fielding. Solanke steps up and scores. 80 minutes played and Dominic Solanke scores to make it 4-1 against Millwall. Here we see a replay. Great taken penalty by Dominic Solanke, who puts it into the right hand side of the net to make it 4-1 against Millwall. And that's full time. We thrash Millwall by 4-1 thanks to a scored penalty by Solanke, a goal by Lewis Cook, a goal by Solanke and a goal by Danjuma. So now Claudio Ranieri, the former Leicester City manager, wants to sign Adam Smith. We want 3.1 million for him. And Claudio Ranieri accepts to pay the £3.1 million for Smith. So if you enjoyed the first episode of the Bournemouth Career Mode on the Living for Liverpool FC channel, then please make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys next time.